The fire happened early this morning around 2 a.m. I just want to show you the damage. You can see right here, this is a burnt mattress. It happened in this apartment. Hey Todd, yeah, I'm right here behind this snowbank, but let me cross the street so it's a little easier for you to see me. Oh wait, not any better. That's because the snowbanks are extremely high all around the state. The home where the shooting happened right behind me, it's this blue house. You can see the police tape is still surrounding it. And right down here on the corner, that is Maine Medical Center, and it's about 150 yards away from the home. This is the poster that decorates many of the telephone poles down along Portland's waterfront, and on it is the information about Matt Foster. Today is a day you do not want to forget your cell phone. So before you run out the door this morning, shove that stuff in your trunk. People think of pizza, wings, nachos as Super Bowl food, but if you have a sweet tooth like Todd and I, you want cake. And that's what the cookie jar is serving. This wall is known for its graffiti, but it's this LePage mural that has sparked a debate, and it's changed a few times since it sparked that debate yesterday. There's a lot of damage to the rear of the house, specifically to the second floor. Some of the damage even was caused to the house next door. That's the next dog we're working with, and although she doesn't sound aggressive, she is about to bite me. Investigators have left the scene here on Belgrade Road, but what we do know is Maine State Police have confirmed that 4 people were shot and killed. They said the 911 call came in around 8 o'clock last night, and when they arrived on the scene here, they found 3 people dead inside the home, 2 women and 1 man. They also found a man dead outside of the home. Also found on the scene was a 4-year-old little girl. Police say 2 of the people killed are her parents. The little girl was unharmed. I do have the names of those who were killed in the incident: Amanda Bragg and Michael Mazzaroli, who are believed to be the parents of that little girl, and Amy DeRosby. The man who was found outside of the home, Herman Derrico, and that is who police believe is the shooter.
The evidence and information gathered at this point indicates that Herman shot the 3 adults inside the residence, then exited the residence and shot himself. At this point, we do not have a clear understanding of why this happened or what caused this to happen.
Maine State Police say they believe that all 4 people involved in the incident did live inside the home here on Belgrade Road. No arrests have been made and no one was taken into custody. They said they're going to continue this investigation to figure out the motive and what exactly happened. The second time that Bernie Sanders has brought his campaign to Portland, he was here back in July and he hosted a rally at the Cross Insurance Arena in Portland, and it brought in 7,000 people. Now today he's going to be here at the State Theater. The State Theater unfortunately cannot hold quite as many people, but they are expecting a big turnout. As of now, Sanders says he is vowing to stay in the race until his party's convention. Sanders reports that raising more than $42 million in February, that's a good sign that he will have money to go deep into the spring. Sanders will discuss a wide range of issues, including his plan to make public colleges and universities tuitions free, combating climate change, and ensuring universal health care. The event is going to start here at the State Theater at 1 o'clock. The doors open at 11. It is free to the public, but it is a first come, first serve. Now, his appearance here in Portland comes the same week as the Democratic caucus, which will happen on Sunday, with the Republican caucus happening on Saturday. Back to you.
All right, Kelsey, first come, first serve. I would imagine people would start lining up pretty early.
We actually just had the first 2 people start lining up. I asked them what brought them out so early. They said they are Bernie supporters. I asked them if waiting in this rain was worth it, and they said yes.
Well, she just really likes treats. She likes to be pet a lot. She likes to cuddle.
Meet Isaac and Penny. They both belong to Jumping for Joy, a program that unites high school students on the autism spectrum with canines.
It's simple. It's kids teaching dogs agility.
All of the dogs used in the 6-week training program are Animal Welfare Society alumni. Humane educator Megan Cross says using rescue dogs for the program sends an important message.
Dogs in shelters have had kind of a stigma attached to them, where people think that they're junk dogs or that they're behavioral nightmares.
Cross says that stigma is something these students can relate to.
Kids on the autism spectrum also have a stigma, or kids with any kind of behavioral disabilities. There's a tie-in with the, the dogs have had a pass, the kids have had a pass, they all work together. It's like a beautiful dance.
Sit still, Penny. I finally got your face.
As the students work to teach the dogs the choreography, the dogs teach the students to love themselves.
They feel good about themselves. They also are very anxious about being in high school. It's not always easy for them. So once a week they get to come and work with dogs, which obviously love them. It reduces their stress and makes them feel good about themselves.
Little do the kids realize that the time they spend with the dogs actually teaches them so much more.
They have to be patient, they have to be calm, they have to use positive reinforcement.
And once they've learned all of those skills, the students and their furry friend will leave the program with a sense of accomplishment and a heart filled with love.
Dogs are dogs. They love you no matter what. They don't know if you're smart, rich, if you're disabled or non-disabled. They just accept you for who you are.
Well, I love her. She's a good dog.
And as you saw there, those students graduated from the program, but the shelter says they will have a new session starting sometime in the near future, and they actually already have a wait list for students who want to participate.
Not surprised.
I fell asleep smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching TV.
Leo Albert says he smokes 2 cigarettes every day, even though his apartment complex in Portland's Back Cove doesn't allow it. And early this morning, he was smoking on this mattress.
Apparently, I dozed off, and when I woke up, my hand was hot, you know? It didn't burn, it just was hot. There were flames. The bed was on flames, you know? Hell, by the time I got to call 911, the whole room was going.
The fire forced the evacuation of other people living in the building.
It's not me I'm worried about. I'm worried about, like you said, I'm worried about the neighbors. There's a couple with a kid that lives upstairs. There's a couple with 2 kids that live there.
Fire Chief Bob Stewart says his crews worked quickly and were able to stop the fire from spreading to other units, but there was damage to Albert's apartment.
And now, the whole apartment's ruined. It's my fault. I got nothing else to say. Everything's my fault, and I'm sorry, and I'm really sorry for the neighbors.
In Portland, Kelsey Fabian, News Center.
I am like everybody else in this building.
John Ayers, the CEO of IDEX Laboratories, is talking about his not-so-private desk.
No one has a dedicated office. We're in what we call an open space.
This open space concept eliminates cubicles and offices in the workplace, a trend that many businesses in Europe and the West Coast have adopted, and now Maine.
It's happening in bigger cities. It's happening also with companies like IDEX that have multiple locations, and people are moving between the offices. So as those kind of companies move to Maine, they just bring that with them.
The idea is to keep the workplace fluid and allow movement. There are plenty of desks for employees, but they don't have to use them. Here at IDEX, you can be an office nomad. You could work from a quiet space, work from the cafe, or even work from the gym.
Everybody here has a mobile laptop. Everybody has a mobile phone, so you're really not tied to your desk.
But if you do choose to work at your desk, you don't have to sit down.
Our goal is we try to get, an hour a day at least to break up the day. There's an ergonomics person who works here who goes around, and when you initially get set up at your desk, she gives you instructions on the settings which you should be at for sitting and standing.
And if you want to work from the gym or the cafe, it's easy access as they make up the first floor of the IDEX building, along with an Intermed health clinic.
We think having a great work environment includes time for people to attend to their mental and physical health. We think that improves productivity. It makes us an attractive place to work. I think people really want to work at IDEX because of our facilities.
The whole idea is to make them want to come into the workplace, so providing amenities and things that make it a bigger part of their life.
and promoting health and wellness is a win-win for both the company and the employees.
It's good for our productivity, and it also helps manage our healthcare costs.
Do you think you're happier in this work environment?
Oh my, yes, definitely. I mean, the light is fantastic. We sort of really have a blast. We talk back and forth all the time.
I think virtually everybody, once they got used to it, would never want to go back. I'd say that's probably true of 99.5% of our employees.
In Westbrook, Kelsey Fabian, News Center.